nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart. Okay, yeah, let me stop. It's time for the Diorama Hunger Games. That's the name of this episode. It is Total Eclipse of the Heart. I was like, you know what? Let's just have a bunch of heart-themed episodes this season since it is based on life points. I completely forgot to do this. But I don't need to because this episode should be the start where you guys have access to this. The life points, you'll have a copy and access to a read-only copy of this. The life points tracker includes all of the teams. These are sorted by team name. You'll be able to see everybody's hearts. I need to create a copy of this one that has total hearts, but we will get there. That is the one thing that I forgot to do, but I've already started recording, and we're not gonna do it. So, let's start. These are, I went through every cast and I said which 7 people are most likely to look at the sun during an eclipse. So we have either some dummies here, some people who would get goated on, maybe a battle of who's more manly and would stare at it the longest, or you know, a battle of like, hey, I'm no chicken, or people who are just unlucky. And so, let's talk about it. We got Makoto, we got Saint Junko, blessed be, because, you know, she'll feel a little despair after that. Taka and Mondo are definitely having a little battle to see who can stare at the sun the longest. Mukuro is in this thing because Junko told her to. Hiro's here as well because he probably just got a little too high and forgot it was an eclipse. And Toko is our champion. I think she actually probably deserves to be in here the least. But she's a champion, so she's here. Darpa 2, we have Akane. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy Hiyoko. I think Crazy Hiyoko actually is gonna be the one more so to goad people into staring at the sun, but then I feel like she would do it by accident and she would be crying her eyes out. Because she couldn't see. Ibuki, yeah. Kazuichi, if it's a girl, yeah. Specifically Sonya, yeah. Mikan, I think she'll just trip and she'll fall over and then she'll be staring up at the sun like, oh god, no. Nagito, he's just gonna get unlucky, but hey, he's gonna be able to see afterwards because that's how his luck works for real. And Azuru, I don't think he's gonna get fooled to doing it. I think he's just gonna do it and then look back at you saying, nothing happened. Man's OP. Darpa V3, we have Himiko. I think she'll have been taking a nap not knowing it's a eclipse and she's gonna open her eyes and was like, I can't see. Ryoma, he's still got a long ways to go. His eyes kind of look like he's staring into an eclipse. Angie, because a Tua told her to. Tenko, because a degenerate male didn't tell her to and some woman did. Kokichi and Kaito are going to be goading each other into doing it, and Kibo can do it, so that's fine. Ultra Spare Girls, this is an interesting one because I just eliminated the people who I thought would be least likely to do it. We were left with Genocide Jack, the Warriors of Hope, Jotaro, Kotoko, Masaru, Monica, Nagisa, and Yuta is here as well because a man who jumps into a lake to swim away from a disaster when there's a bomb attached to his wrist. Yeah, it's somebody who I think would stare at the sun. Future Side, once again similar. I just eliminate people, and these were the 7 that I guess I would say, like, you know what, I could see it. Great Gozu, Juzo, Tengen, Kizakura, Ruruka, Izuyoi, and Maya. And lastly, the Bears, same difference, and I only removed Monokuma and Usami just because I felt like Usami definitely wouldn't. She'd be warning people not to. And Monokuma's gonna get his kids to do it, and that's why they're all here, as well as Shirokuma and Kurokuma, and those are our competitors. In terms of updates so far, we can actually pull up the life points total here. The biggest one is we do have another person at 0, I believe. It is Nagito, which, you know what, actually sounds about right for him. You know what I mean? I also need to make these white, these -1s, but that's fine. We have a small gangle of people at 1, including Rantaro, Hiroko, and the Great Gozu. We got a good set of 2s now, and then we have some 3s, and we will get some more 3s. I'm sorry, we will get some more 2s probably this episode, and we'll see who gets hearts this episode as the night rolls on. For right now, though, make your picks first, second, third. I will make mine as well. I'm not sure if there's like many Eclipse questions, you know what I mean? Have you seen an eclipse? I think at this point, most people who are watching at this point have been alive for an eclipse. There was one a couple of years back. But it also depends on your location, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, that is true. It depends on your location. So yeah, I think that is a good question. Have you ever seen an eclipse? That is a good point. I will give you that question. Anywho, I digress. That's your question. And also, what character do you think is most likely to go blind during the eclipse? Who's staring right up at the eclipse? You know what I mean? Last time, though, I asked you guys a question, and I think I wanted the answer to it. Or did I just ask you guys about teams? I might have just asked you guys about teams. Yeah, you know what? I may have just asked you guys about teams and asked you which person or which team did you think was going to be first to be out. We'll see. Anywho, I guess that's it. I'll pick first, second, and third. I feel like I continue to forget recently. Give me Junko for first. Give me Nagito for second. I think he's going to get a heart back. He'll be in the one heart gang. And for third, I'm going to take Yuta. He's bringing back the fear of the Asuhinas. However, there is one more thing that still needs to be done. Because this could still be a championship episode. It's only a 10% chance. But it certainly, sincerely could not be. No, it won't be. It will not. But it was getting close. But that does mean next time we will be a little bit higher. We'll see what happens, but for right now, we can just proceed. There's no rolls today, but I do need to also bring out tonight is, if it hasn't already started actually, because I might start a little bit early, Scars and Stripes Inferno, Friday Night Inferno is going to be a special edition. It is America's 250th birthday, Independence Day, this weekend in the Americas, so happy Independence Day to my American viewers, and happy victory to one of these competitors. As we start round one, let's get this thing going. As the Masaru, oh no. As the tribute stand on their podiums, the horns they doth sound. Horn bearers, if you would please. Thank you, horn bearers. We have to proceed. I think Masaru might be at 0 hearts now. Junko has just found a fishing rod. Mikan can't take her eyes off of Kazuichi. Kotoko has found a table. Ryoma finds a hat rack, so many hats. Monica can't take it anymore and snaps Masaru's neck. Now, once again, if he comes back and, like, wins, this will not be it. But if he's in last, which means he would lose 2 in a singles episode. And I'm pretty sure Masaru was somewhere in this gang. Yeah, he's in the 2 gang. I remember taking a heart from him recently. So if this stands, Masaru will enter 0 life points. Oops, wrong tab. There we go. We'll see if that plays through. Also, once again, as the weeks go up, the chances for the events that you either lose a heart during the game or steal a heart. Keep that in mind. Tengen has to keep a brave face on for everyone's sake. Angie finds a boombox to have some sick beats. Nagisa wonders if he can make a machine that makes Yakiniku. Akane finds Thursday Davy's left shoe. Monodam accepts her shadows. Monodam rather gains a power persona. Monotaro stares into the distance, blank-eyed, dead-eyed. Minophine is ready to defend her friends. Ruka's only looking out for herself. Genocide Jack finds some other scraps. Izuru finds and kills Monica before Nagisa can react. Nagisa rushes to help, but Monica dies in his arms. Depending on what point in the game this is, that is going to be a travesty for the young man's. Taka finds my climate change remote. Good for him. Kurokuma attempts to kill Nagisa, but Yuta intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Yuta dies in the attempt. Makoto has found a table, hopefully nobody goes through it. Toko and Mukuro attack Monosuke from behind, murdering him. Kazuichi formally invites Monodam to join his harem. Monodam respectfully declines. Maya can't help but admire her own genius mind. Nagito finds moon shoes were not liable for any broken ankles. Great Gozu is now Great Gozu 10. He's got the Omnitrix on his wrist. Crazy Yoko is looking particularly erratic today. Kaito starts sobbing uncontrollably. And in those tears, Kizakura sneaks up on him and I'm sorry, tries to sneak up on Kizakura, but he literally heard the crying and the wailing from so far away. This is the least sneaky kill of all time, and that's why Kaito died instead. Kibo has a strong sense of justice and turns face. You gotta join the Justice team, Kibo. There's a team just called Justice. Monokid looks like he's on verge of snapping. Jotaro puts a death cloud on Kokichi while he's asleep. Ibuki and Mikan's finger touched by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Look at that band-aid. Juzo feels strong enough to handle anything. Izuo tries to kill Kotoko, but Kotoko retaliates and kills him instead. That's the master of the dark arts right there. That's the scepter wielding, dark arts dealing. Kokichi tries to make his car look fashionable. Tenko finds a massive sack of apples and Apple a Day keeps knocking her away. Hiro stalks Toko. Keep in mind, chaos could still reign mid-episode, and Hiro is looking out to try and do it. Himiko calls down Arcane Fury, brimming in her veins from the ground beneath her protrudes an ancient scepter. Mukuro traps Azuru in a box and ships it to Brazil. Shirokuma finds Pilot What you doing here, Pilot? Get back to your tank, girly. That means we have lost just 7 of our 35, which is, what, 1/6 of the episode so far. And I do want to pay attention because I did find 2 events that would have caused ghost events when I was going through, since I have a little bit of time since it's a longer weekend. I'm going to continue sweeping through, because it's pretty easy to see if an event... I'll talk a little bit more about it during this clarity loom. First of all, Masaru, Monica, Yuta, Monosuke, Kaito, Izuyoi, Izuru. Tragic. What I was saying was, I can kind of go through every event, and I've been sweeping through every event, and it could just be these 2, which I wouldn't be surprised because these 2 wouldn't come up very often. But I have fixed 2 events that would cause a ghost event, and it's pretty easy because it's like, well, I'm just looking through them and I was like, has this event ever really come up? And if it has, then I'm like, that might be the ghost event and I'll see what's wrong with it. And I did see 2 of them that had a little something wrong with them. Once again, it was those little tilde quote things. Anywho, regardless, I fixed those 2 up. So once again, we'll have less ghost rounds again. But once again, we'll see what causes them and we'll suss it out. That being said, we gotta keep going. Shall we? We must. Next round sees. Oh my. Oh goodness gracious, a lot of things are happening. First of all, Taka misses spooks and jump scares and immediately says, it is October, it is spooky season again. As Mikan visits the pumpkin patch outside of an unknown shop where business appears to be booming, they pick up a modest-sized pumpkin. Shirokuma can't stop fawning over Monofini. Monotaro challenges Genocide Jack and Mukuro to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Mukuro murders both competitors before eating a single pancake, earning her entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Miss Mukuro, Miss Sister of a Saint, we'll let her have it, Miss Muksu. Mukuro, you know, not the better Inoshima, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, even though she's not an Inoshima, she's an Ikusaba or something like that. Lamer name, lamer girl. It's all about Junko. Blessed be. No, I like Mukuro a lot. Let me not play. Maya tries to build a, oh my gosh, tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. Goodness gracious, Kotoko. It's useless, but it looks cool. Tinko crunches a Fuji apple. It's pretty delicious. Gozu accepts the shadows. Gozu gains a power persona. Himiko polishes her ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. Ruka prints out a bunch of invitations for her Halloween party. Junko casts her rod in the river. Pulls out a saw shark. You could call it a seesaw. Oh my gosh. I don't know if anyone's ever fished up a saw shark yet. Blessed be. Kurokuma, the Great Gozu, Monodam, Tinko, Himiko, and Toko all get invited to get together to carve jack-o'-lanterns. Kotoko wasn't invited. In an act of revenge, she dons a pumpkin on her head and slaughters them all in the forest. And then when she's done, she sets up her table, grabbing Nagisa in a headlock, and throws him through a table. Kotoko just got 7 kills. In the blink of an eye. And as we keep going, Monokid walks into a very strange machine. Designed to view a world unseen. He presses a button, his molecules get all rearranged. He's got ghost powers. Phantom. Hiro accepts the shadow of Hiro as Hiro gains the power persona. Juzo sets down a trap. Jotaro attempts to kill Nagito, but Akane intervenes just in time. Akane had to kill Jotaro to protect Nagito's life, then Nagito goes and kills Makoto. Makoto bites the dust in a duel. Angie and Kibo discuss song choices. Monofini thanks Shirakuma for being there for him. The vicious tiger charges Ryoma, who surprisingly shakes his paw, rising to the arena. Kibo, using mysterious gas, knock out Kazunko and Mondo. Death collars on the both of them. We do have a lot of death collars flowing now. Kizakuro's up there. I'm sorry, below that. But Kazuichi shines his pimp game. I went one too far. As Kizakura and Junko goes costume shopping. I knew they're the best of friends. Who would have thunk? Ibuki's ready. Already waiting for winter vacation. Dude, I'm not waiting for a winter vacation. I don't get a winter vacation, you know. I get a couple days off for Thanksgiving, a couple days off for Christmas. I could take a winter vacation. I usually do take a couple of days off in the winter time. But more importantly, I'm ready for winter weather. It is so hot, and I know this is coming out during like the hot weekend for a lot of us Americans. It's rough right now, dude. Crazy Yoko becomes a light bearer as Tengen challenges Kazuichi and Shirakuma to an anything goes pancake eating competition. I'm gonna make some pancakes tomorrow, by the way. As Kazuichi makes the most pancakes, earns entry into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Kane finds a pillow, so sleepy. Mukuro hacks Mukuro, and I have to write this down because this is a special event. It's our first special event, actually. Hacks Ryoma's life points. I don't have to write this down, actually, but because we'll check in just a second. Hacks Ryoma's life points and steals a heart from them. Ryoma goes down one heart and Mukuro goes up one. I will say, going at this function, you can get the full, but you cannot go above full. So I don't know what Mukuro is at right now, but she may have stolen that for no use. For no use. That being said, I think I will allow if she is able to give it to one of her teammates. I will allow that. Kokichi says V3 is a bunch of chunks to be milked. And we will continue because we have 23 left, and this is where the season's starting to get a little interesting now. As we go on, it's a Clear Day Loon 4. Monotaro and Genocide Jack. Kurakuma, the Great Gozu, Monodam, Tenko, Himiko, Toko, Nagisa, Jotaro, Makoto, Mondo. And now Ryoma has, like, he's got something to prove now, because he's losing a heart. He's got to kind of win the game, or come into the top 3, rather, to offset that. We will now see what is going on here. Ryoma, was he at full? He might have been at full. Here, let's do a little Control F. Ryoma. Yeah, he had 3. But where was Mukuro? Now Mukuro. All of her team is at full. That being said, she does still steal the heart. So she does not get an extra one. But she does steal it from him, so yikes. This is much more important, I think, later in the season. But for right now, yikes, big ol' yikes for Ryoma. That being said, we will continue. While we are here, actually, we can see Ryoma does have a. Well, he should have had a -1 perk. It looks like that didn't come up quite right. Mukuro, did you get the +1 perk? Yeah, she got the bonus heart perk, but Ryoma did not get his -1 perk. I have to fix that. That being said, then I'll keep a track. Ryoma gets a -1. We will continue next round C's. Nagito steadily bouncing in his moon shoes. I think I am gonna let you get bonus hearts based on stealing. I think stealing, if you're hacking specifically and stealing, I'm gonna give Mukuro her +1. She'll take the 4. In an active betrayal, Mukuro and Junko team up to get rid of Taka because it's not creating hearts. Creating hearts is limited because I have kind of planned it out where it's like, okay, this is our total number of hearts this season. If we're trading, essentially, I think that's fine. We'll continue. Something inside of Kokichi drives in a fight for what he believes in. Kokichi feels heroic. Tengen finds a bike, cue the bike theme. Well, don't mind if I do. as Crazy Yoko's bad brain turns her into takes her to an even stranger place, turning her more unstable than ever before. Kotoko remembers how much she misses Monica and sobs quietly. What part of the game is this? Hiro spots something shiny in the distance. Kibo finds an axe, upping his chance of survival somewhat. Juzo won't die like the others. Kazuichi tries to get others to notice him. Monophony does her best to avoid Shirokuma. The dead husk of Monotaro rides with maggots, and now we're seeing a whole bunch of shenanigans late game. So many shenanigans late game! Oh my gosh! We might be at saving grace picks. Ruka and Mukuro are in a costume contest. Ruka is a mummy, while Mukuro is the Reaper, same as every year. Mukuro slices Ruka with the scythe, killing her same as every year. Kizukura has been hot on Monophony's trail for days now. Monophony thinks she's gotten away, but Kizukura has delivered the final blow. Junko casts around the river, pulls out a snapping turtle. How can it snap? Without any fingers, she won't catch any more though. Maya builds a machine that might revive Izioi. I think having a TV head victory is so difficult. If someone does it, good on them. Angie starts their boombox, and Juzo and Kokichi and Mikan gather around, start dancing. They're like, yeah. However, Angie's rigged to blow up actually go boom, and they do indeed go boom. Monokid shoots blast energy from his hands at Hiro. Hiro's able to dodge the blows and narrowly escapes. Shirokuma, however, gets everyone together for a Thanksgiving feast. Shirokuma's in charge of turkey, has never cooked one in his life, so he wings it. Hiro and Monokid and Junko and Nagito and Mukuro, they die. They all die from severe food poisoning. I don't trust a bear to cook you a turkey. Do not trust a bear to cook you a turkey. What's wrong with them? That bear got one eye, huh? They ain't never gonna trust a bear to cook me no turkey. Ryoma, his pet tiger purrs softly. Akane, you find me one bear that can cook a turkey. Akane finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's rather fetching. Someone in the comments is gonna find me like a cooking bear or a bear from a game that cooks. Anywho, Ibuki somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear and equips it. It provides optimal protection for the whole body without sacrificing flexibility. We are down to our final 13. It's not yet saving grace picks, but it is a large Claire de Lune for Taka, Ruka, Monophony, Juzo, Kokichi, Mikan, Hiro, Monokid, Junko, Nagito, Mukuro. But you know who's still in? Ryoma, who really wants to get that heart back. We'll see how it all plays out as we proceed. 3 more interior saving grace picks. It is still Autumn, and the person who had the climate change remote is dead, so we'll stay Autumn, so we could still see a bunch of vicious things happen like this, so we could very quickly go from 13 to 2. Will that happen? Oh, maybe not. It looks like it's pretty peaceful right now. Crazy Yoko's a little frenzied, as I say it's peaceful, and Shirokuma is feeling lonely, and Shirokuma has let him in. Tengen tries to get Ibuki, to kill Ibuki rather, but Ibuki's combat gear diverts the blow. Maya asks if Kizukura has found anything useful. Akane finds a skateboard. Time to do some sick moves, homie. Dotori would be proud. Izuo finds himself unsure of what happened. Guess he's alive again, but not for long. Angie cycles through songs to dance to. Kotoko bashes Izuo's TV head, leaving him defunct. I mean, what's wrong with TV heads, you guys? Can't believe Kotoko did that. That being said, Kotoko's had so many kills this episode. Ibuki still can't believe that Akane's killed somebody. Ryoma gives Ibuki a cowboy hat. She immediately uses her best haul. Kizukura picks up a lever that's neat and cool lying in various places. Kazuchi formally invites Kotoko to join his harem. Kotoko graciously accepts. Kibo is ready to use his axe if he has to, and we are now down to just 12. A very peaceful day in contrast to what the last day was. So it is still a Claire de Lune 4. Izioi, our boy. And Kotoko has had like, what, 8 kills, I think? Maybe more, and is a part of a harem? Will that get her more kills? Will she have the most killingest game of all time? We'll see next round. Well, she gets another one. And another one bites the dust. Shirokuma ominously carries around a lantern. Darkly swirls around Izuru's body. He's now back as a ghost. Kotoko relentlessly kills Tengen in the name of Kazuichi in a fit of frenzy. Crazy Yoko creeps up on Kizukura and snaps his neck. Akane Final Dimensional Scythe, those are supposed to be collected into Season 4. Kibo, wish you could go home. Ibuki is looking menacing in her combat gear. Kazuichi turns heel. Angie rambles on about something nobody cares about. Ryoma thinks of a dark poem, and Maya is cooking up a genius idea. We are now down officially to your final 10 after we have a Clay de Lune 4. Tengen. Kizakura. And do you know what it's time for in that regard? You do, and if you don't, how about I tell you? It's your Saving Grace picks. Let's talk about it. Ultra Despair girls, they are having a terrible time, except for Kotoko, who's having the time of her life. She's a part of a harem. She has 9 kills, and she may get more. Let's see if it happens. Danganronpa V3, they still have a couple people left. They got a Ryoma, who has a -1 heart, wants to get one here in this episode. Angie, who's got 3 KOs to her name. And Kibo, who's got an axe, an autumn time axe. One bear remains, and that is Shirakuma, who has terrible cooking skills. Do not trust a bear to cook you no turkey. Maybe a fish. Maybe a fish, maybe a pizza. Five Nights at Francisco's, he cook a pizza. He owns a pizzeria. A turkey though? Nah. Don't you ever trust no bear to cook you no turkey. That's life lessons with the United States Avian. Don't ever trust no bear to cook you no turkey. Quotes. Nobody's around from Danganronpa 1. Nobody's around from Future Side except for Maya. Who could stare up an Eclipse because she's a robot. And Danganronpa 2 still has Akane, our tag team champion. She could get a bonus heart, which would be crazy if she wins the game, because I think she already is still at 4. She could be at 5. And Crazy Hiyoko is hanging in there. She's a light bearer. She's a light bearer, and she's lasted for a while as a light bearer. Good for her. She would bring currently Kizakura to the finale with her, and if she were to win, Kizakura would also get the boon. Ibuki hanging in there. Kazuichi is hanging in there, and Azuru is a ghost. So he's not hanging in there. Those are your 10. Let me know who you got first, second, and third. I'm picking Crazy Yoko for first. I want to see a light bearer bring hearts to those around her. For second, it would be stupid not to pick Kotoko because she is kind of on an insidious roll right now. And I'll take Ibuki for third. We love a bookster. We like the books. Those are my picks. Hopefully you guys have made yours. If you haven't, you better pause this video because it's time to get this show on the road. Because it is time for Samurai Woman. Shall we? I believe we must. Next round sees Shirakuma finds a slingshot. How quaint. Kotoko draws a demon summoning circle on the ground. You know, for fun. It's weird that she has drawn a demon summoning circle on the ground this late. You know what I mean? Crazy Yoko looks for her next victim. A well-placed shot by Shirakuma with a slingshot dazes Akane, the tag team champion. Maya follows some sparkle. She's got a magic wand. Kazuichi brings Ibuki in for a long hug before whispering in her ear, "You mean nothing to me." Kazuichi then slams Ibuki to the ground and walks off alone. When does Danganronpa 2x2 come out? Is it slated for this year? I feel like I need you guys to tell me that because I don't know at all, actually. Maybe nobody knows in general. Ibuki finds a belt of Pokeballs. Kazuichi cuts off Kibo's arm, but Kibo still has the other one. Kibo slices through Kazuichi. Kibo, does he need a heart? I think he might need a heart. Ryoma gives Akane a tiara. She feels like the prettiest princess. Angie eats something she shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Azuru misses a bit of dinner, and Ruka's dead. We are down now just to 8. Keep in mind, though, it is still autumn, as we had the saddest terrible turnabout for. Kazuichi. Angie. The pimp and the prophet gone. But the game must go on because we still have to get to our victor in next round C's. Who? We're getting there slowly. Kotoko is officially entered double digits. Ryoma will not get an extra heart. Kibo will not get an extra heart, and our light bearer is dead. Maya gestures angrily towards Crazy Yoko and Akane with her magic wand. It switched, seems to have switched their major organs. Crazy Yoko inheriting Akane's brain stem and vice versa. They topple over dead. Kotoko, however, ambushes both Ryoma and Kibo, murdering them both. That brings us immediately down from 8 to 4. That was half of the remaining people. Pardon me, Shirokuma gathers ammo for his slingshot. Ibuki sends out a Pokeball. Ibuki has a Pokemon. Okay. Out comes Chimchar, who helps Ibuki start a campfire. That's going to be useful, very useful actually, in the final 5. I was going to say final 4 because Zuru has found the corpse of Monica. And Monica's now back from the dead. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us down to your final 5. Before, it was just Ibuki, Maya, Kotoko, and Shirokuma, but now Azuru, possessing Monica, has taken the field. It's the saddest of all moments, and terrible turnabout 4. Crazy Hyoko, Akane, Ryoma, Kibo, Azuru. Remember, only the top 3 get a heart. First place, they're so back. What will unfold? I don't know. It's not Samurai Woman anymore, actually. It's your final 5. I almost clicked that. That was almost a miss. I mean, it was a misclick, but I almost jumped the gun, jumped the shark, or whatever it is. I almost jumped the Monogatari. Anywho, we got 5 competitors left. It is Miss Maya, Gekko Gahara. It is Kotoko, Master of the Dark Arts. It's Shirokuma, the bear that I would never trust. Would never trust to cook me no turkey. Never, ever. Don't you do it either. We also have Ibuki with her Pokemon, and Azuru now possessing Monica, and they're all caught in what we like to call, in our final 5, a crisis of fate. Let's get it on. And as we do so, we click next round and see we are getting it off. He did it. It's all over, ain't it? This right here is about to be your final few. It's all over here. Maya gestures angrily towards Monica with her magic wand. Monica only has time to feel her brain hemispheres try to switch places before she topples over, dead. That magic wand is terrifying, dude. Ibuki tosses out a Pokeball and out comes Moltres. Moltres uses Fire Blast, taking out Kotoko and Maya, burning them alive. And Shirokuma beats Ibuki mercilessly with a shovel before whispering, "Let me in," before delivering the final blow. Shirokuma's got the whole world in his hands. Shirokuma got the whole wide world in his hands. But you know, I still don't trust him to cook no turkey. This is the end of the game. This is your final terrible turnabout for Monica, Kotoko, Maya, Ibuki. Which means Maya and Ibuki will get hearts should they need them. Shirokuma, if you're a 3, you get a bonus heart. And not only that, but you win the game because you're a winner. Is a bear. And what do we learn today about bears? They can grill some fish. They can cook some pizza. But if you ever see a bear, hey, they can even win some Hunger Games, because that's exactly what happened today. But if you ever see a bear, especially a bear named Shirokuma, try and cook a turkey, you better stay away. You better go out for takeout instead, because Shirokuma wins the game, but he still can't cook no turkey. And he never will. Shirokuma, Ibuki, and Maya here. Let's at least get them out of the way real quick. I'll do the negative hearts a little bit later. Ibuki is at 3. She does not get a bonus heart for not finishing first, or stealing. We had Shirokuma, Ibuki, and who? Maya. M-I-A-Y has 3. She will not get a bonus heart, but I'm pretty sure Shirokuma also has no. Shirokuma? Is Shirokuma not even on this list? That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't have the bears on this list. Or I guess I don't have Shirokuma because Shirokuma's actually not in tag team action. Shirokuma hasn't competed this season. So Shirokuma now has this episode. The bonus 1, not 12, the bonus 1. Very good. Shirokuma, good job. Shirokuma, good job. Proud of you, kind of. That being said, I think it does stand that Masru does join the Zero Hearts gang. And we are very quickly getting to the point where that is going to be a problem for every other competitor. Because boy, are they going to be doing some terrible, terrible things. I am very excited when Zero Heart Gang when they start wreaking havoc. That will be good, and hearts will be dropping very fast. I'm a little worried about it, but I think everyone's gonna have a great time. We will scroll down very quickly. Let's talk about Kotoko. Kotoko went crazy today. 11 kills. That's nuts. I think, what, 6 of them were from, like, one event. But then the rest, she was just like, and I'm gonna keep killing, and I'm gonna keep killing, and I'm gonna keep killing. 11 kills. In a game of, what, 42 is actually really, really good. Like, legit very, very good. Shirokuma had 6, mostly because of Turkey. Mukuro had 6, Angie had 3, Maya had 3, Kizakura had 2, Ibuki had 2, everyone else with 1 or less. That is our episode for today, as we go onward later this evening, because it is almost time for AV Mania. But tonight is that final stop, or I guess the final rest stop, before you're on that final road to AV Mania. Tonight is AEWE Friday Night Inferno. It is Scars and Stripes edition. So let me talk about it. We already know a lot of the things that are happening on this card. March 7th is gonna start off her set of challenges. She's looking for opponents for AV Mania, except this time she says, I can't trust you all to find people who can beat me. You're going to have to prove you can beat me to earn a spot. And my match at AV Mania, it can be up to 6 people tonight who will answer that call. We will see. Dante, Zangief, and Sojiro Sakura, as of just revealed this past Sunday, will be fighting in a triple threat match for the Fight Forever Championship. We do have 2 triple threat matches based on the winners of the polls from, or I guess the parlays from Ticket to Paradise. They will be competing tonight. It'll be High Ceilings, it'll be Tia Safalin, and it'll be Ram Lethal in a triple threat match to determine who goes on that AV Mania ladder match. And it will be Kazuha, John Fletcher, and it will be Iori Yagami to see who will be on to the male ladder match. And we'll also find out, I believe, which of those titles will be defended in a ladder match tonight. Gin will be facing off against Captain Falcon. Ryoma will pick his opponent. Hu Tao will be going one-on-one with Burnus, and Sage said she's not defending tonight. Instead, she wants to make sure that Iba's putting down all of her former friends, because it will be a 6-person tag team match. Eggman Enterprises, Sage, Eggman, and Iba versus Mizuki, Kizzy, and Date, and it's Mizuki's first match in a long, long time. We got Old Times versus Scorpion and Sub-Zero versus the Ed Boys in a triple tag team title match. We got a whole lot going on tonight, including a big United World Championship match, Pecco versus Nigel, and the match type you guys will be deciding live. So be there, unless it's already happening, which it might be. Tulip Flight Crew, get ready. It's gonna be a great show. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, hey, hopefully nothing goes wrong. What could possibly go wrong at Inferno, Scars and Stripes? Fare thee well.